Okay, take 4. So, okay, hi, my name is Becca. I'm a Blue Status presenter with Younique, and I am also the runner of this makeup channel called Uniquely Becca. And it's kind of the beginning of my next step in my little adventure with Younique. And so hopefully you guys enjoy this video and you learn something from it. And yeah, here I'm going to start today with just talking about my foundation routine and how I've kind of been working with my dry skin this winter. I apologize, you guys are probably going to see me look at you, off to the side, down, off this way. I have never used my DSLR camera. I bought a Canon Rebel T6i for myself for Christmas, and oh, I'm blocking my light there. And so this is my first time actually using it to film a video, and I'm not 100% sure where to look because I know if I look right there, I'm looking at all of you, but if I look there, I can see myself, and if I look in front of me, I can see myself, and I kind of need to be able to see myself for makeup. I'm not that talented yet. So anyways, I've already moisturized my skin, and the next step is that I'm going to spray on a little bit of setting spray. So this is the Touch Behold setting spray that is at some point in time, I'm going to zoom in. And a trick that I've learned is that if you apply the setting spray before you put on the rest of your makeup, you actually get a longer lasting look, and it's very hydrating for your skin. So, and I also just love how it smells. It's like perfuming my face very gently. I kind of think of setting spray as like hairspray. So you use it to hold your makeup on, and when you put it on beforehand, you're just adding a little extra grip as well. But for right now, I'm using the Touch Liquid Foundation. Let's see if I can do this so that it actually zooms. And this is the color Scarlet. And I'm using this one because I am so fair. This is actually the palest color that we have right now, and I really like it. It's a very lightweight feel. I'm going to be using it with my Real Techniques sponge. It's a little dirty because this is not the first time I tried filming this video because I forgot to put on primer last time. There we go. Oh my goodness. I don't know why I'm a little nervous filming this, but I am, so there you go. So I'm going to be using the Touch Glorious, just want to do it, Touch Glorious Face Primer. I really like this one, as you can tell by the fact that my bottle's almost empty. You just need about a pea-sized amount, and then you're just going to massage it into your skin now that your setting spray has dried. As you can tell, I already did my eyebrows. I just wanted to focus on face for this video. And I've always liked to give my primer a few moments to kind of settle down. So I thought I would take this time to kind of like talk about myself a little bit while I'm waiting for it to dry. So I'm actually a registered nurse. I work in an ICU, and I love it. I love being a nurse. I love, being able to go to work and help people and be there for families and patients and anyone who's in like that kind of worst time of their life, and really help them not only to get better, but just help them as a family through the whole experience. So it's kind of a really nice thing, but it's also very stressful. And so I turned to Younique and makeup as a way to look for self-care. And I did that, oh my gosh, I joined in November of 2016. 2016. And I haven't looked back because it was just the escape I needed. I love the artistry of makeup. I'm still like learning, but I've come so far already from where I was when I first started. And I love the community of it. It was like, I've always been surrounded by other women, but in high stress situation. And now I'm part of this community of women who all we do is like it's makeup and, encouraging other people to find what they want from Younique, whether that's a full-time career, a part-time job, just like a hobby that they do on the side, and then support them. So it's just this massive community of supportive women. And I honestly it's just been so good for my confidence and for my leadership skills, and also for just like my mental well-being. So yeah, anyways, I know it's a little weird. This is like my first video, and I'm just like, I've just been really enjoying it lately, and I'm really glad that I've decided to start doing the YouTube videos and sharing them with all of you. So I'm going to use my dropper. There's a couple different ways that I apply this foundation. Sometimes I use my Real Techniques sponge. Other times I like to use my Morphe M439. Oops. Anyways, in the summer I use this one a lot. It's just right now my skin is really dry, so even this like stippling effect, I find it actually irritates my skin. So I have been using a beauty blender. I do find that I have to use more foundation with it. Sorry, a Real Technique sponge. I do find I have to use more foundation with it than I would with just a foundation brush. But if it's for my skin, I will do anything. So this is like a medium to full coverage. You can really build it if you'd like to, which is really nice. And it has a very lightweight finish. It finishes kind of like powdery and doesn't really feel like you're wearing a whole lot on your skin, which I love. It's like me and a lot of my nursing friends, this is kind of what sold us on Younique actually, is because you don't want to feel like you're wearing a lot, but you still want to have that coverage when you're at the hospital and doing your shift work and stuff like that. So I apologize that I'm kind of looking off camera a lot here, but you know, I will figure this out a little more as we keep going on this adventure together. So I'd love to know, like, what do you guys do? I know that I've told you all that I'm a nurse and, you know, you're a friendly neighborhood makeup lady, but I'd love to know what the rest of you do and where you are in your makeup adventure. So please tell me in the comments. I'd love to hear more from you. Okay, I'm gonna add a little more because I was picking today, as you can tell. I had this like under the skin one and I just sat there and I poked at it. I'm so bad at poking. I'm sure I'm not the only one out there who's a poker, because anytime I talk about it, people are like, oh yeah, me too. So I know, even though no one likes to admit that they're a picker, we exist. We're plentiful in our existence. Now, even though I have like a few little marks here, I'm not going to use any concealer today. It's very heavy on my skin when I use a concealer, just because it's supposed to be like a full coverage. It really helps to cover up those things. And with my dry skin, that's what really starts to look kind of cakey on it and patchy. So I've been just building up my foundation a little bit to give myself the coverage I want without having to add concealer into the mix. You definitely could. It really just depends on your skin type. And if you do, like, I love the concealer we have. As you can see, this is like another thing that's like almost empty on me. I have had this, I think, for like at least a year. I'm sure I'm supposed to throw it out and get a new one after a certain amount of time, but okay, I lied. I am going to put a little bit of that concealer because that is just not going away. I'm just putting a tiny, tiny, tiny little drop, and then I'm going to blend it in. It's just like the tiniest amount. This stuff is super pigmented, hence why I've had it for so long. Okay, so we're done with our foundation. The next thing for me here is that I'm going to go ahead and bronze. Now, I normally like to use my sculpting trio, which is this lovely thing right here. But I actually used up all of my sculpting portion of it. So I'm waiting for my new one to get here. In the meantime, I love using bronzer as well. It adds like a shimmery and warm glow to my face. So I'm just going to use this color right here. It's the lightest shade. It is the Beachfront bronzer in Sunset, which is the lightest shade, and I am the lightest person. So I'm just using a big fluffy brush, and I'm just going to apply it in the areas that you would contour. So around the top of my forehead, focusing more on the outer portions here. As you can tell, this is a very light, warm shade. So I'm just going to add a little bit. It's always easier to add more than to take away. And then I'm going to go ahead and kind of sculpt under my cheekbones a little bit. Not a lot. This isn't going to be a very contoured look. Okay, and I'm just going to go ahead and get the sides of my nose a little bit as well. And I'm just squishing my brush to make it more of a flat edge. And this one here that I'm using is the Morphe E3. I really like Morphe brushes. They're cheap and relatively good quality, I think. And they've lasted me a long time so far. Now, the next thing I'm going to go ahead and do is blush. So I'm actually using a blush that you can't get anymore. We have different metallic ones, but this is still my favorite. So this is the Moodstruck powder blush. And this is the color Serene. It was part of the August Kudos, which is the customer special that was in support of the Younique Foundation. So this is the color here. You can see it's like a super shimmery metallic pink blush, and it goes on beautifully. It kind of adds like a little highlighter in there too. So I'm just going to take some of this and I'm going to apply it on my cheekbones here. I just love how like light and fun and pink this shade is. Okay, there we go, all done with our bronzing and with our blush. The next step I'm going to go in with is my highlighter. So this is the Touch a la Mode powder highlighter, but as you can tell, I've used this one a lot and I have pretty much worn the name right off of it. This is iridescent, so it's like a pearly white shade. This is what it looks like. And I love this one. I'm very, very pale, sorry. I also like Benevolent, which is a kind of like a frosted gold, but I am almost out of this one. And I'm gonna have to open a new one soon. I have definitely hit pan. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm just going to use my, oh shoot, sorry guys. For the blush, I use my Morphe E4, which is just an angled fluffy blush brush. Say that one 10 times fast. And for highlighter, I'm using the Morphe M501. And this is just another kind of a larger fluffy brush. You could use a fan brush. I have the Younique fan brush, which I like a lot, which it just looks like this, and it gives more of a gentle glow. I'm a little extra and I like not a gentle glow. So I'm just gonna go ahead, and because I'm dry, I don't want to put anything on the apples of my cheeks. I really want to pull it back a little bit because this area in here, like if you're dry, you know what I'm talking about. This is the area where things look a little patchy and a little dry. Right now I'm okay, but if I start piling up anything, especially like a powder, in those areas, I'm really gonna see it. So I'm gonna start here on top of my cheekbone and I'm just gonna keep it back. So I still wanna have that nice gentle glow, but I do not wanna look patchy. It's like the bane of my existence. So the other areas I like to apply highlighter are on my nose right here, and then a little bit up as well, above my cupid's bow, my arch of, underneath the arch of my eyebrows, and then on the inner corner of my eye. So we're gonna go ahead and do some of that. Just use my brush, my blush thing here. When I do the highlighter for the cupid's bow, the inner corner of my eyes, and under my brow, I like to use this little brush here. It says Vera something. I got this from an Ipsy bag years ago. It just has like a flat, dense, and then a really narrow angle to it. And so I like to use this one just because I have more precision and control. As you can tell, I already did my eyebrows too. I do not exactly have the confidence to do my eyebrows on camera yet. I'm sure we'll get there. I just take so long doing it. I guess I can always edit the video down to be like a less crazy length, but anyways, I'm just gonna pop a little bit of my Red Velvet Lip Bonbon on, just so I don't look so haggard at the end of this video. And to finish everything off, I'm going to set it with setting spray. This, like I said before, the Touch Behold setting spray. It smells good, hydrating, and keeps my makeup on. It is the hairspray for my makeup. Oh, I sprayed that the wrong way. I need to get like a fan for my room. Anyways, that is really it for my whole face, and you could just leave it at this. You could throw on a little mascara. I already have my bonbon on, and then you would be ready to go. I'm probably going to go finish doing my eye makeup and make a second video just because I really, really want to continue filming because I love my new camera, and I'm excited to watch these later and probably cringe a little bit and then edit them heavily. But you know. Anyways, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. this is my first ever video that I filmed just for YouTube, and I'm really excited to keep going. If you have any requests for things that you'd like me to do, any unique products you'd like me to talk about, please let me know in the comments, and I cannot wait to do another one. Thank you so much.